In a world of uncertainty, where gods and idols were worshipped, there arose a man whose faith would become the bedrock of a covenant. A faith so powerful it would reverberate through generations, shaping the destiny of nations. This man is Abraham. Abraham, then known as Abram, lived in a time where gods were many, but faith was scarce. His life was like that of others, a simple man seeking the peace of family and home. But God had other plans for him. Abram, leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. God called Abram to a life of uncertainty, to leave everything he knew for a promise he could not yet see. The call was not just to relocate, it was to trust. It was a command that challenged Abram's faith in the deepest way. It is said that faith is trusting when you cannot see the outcome. Abram's faith was about to be tested like no other. God's voice, soft but firm. Look up at the heavens and count the stars. If indeed you can count them, so shall your offspring be. Narrator: God promises Abram something beyond his understanding. Descendants as numerous as the stars. Yet Abram is old and his wife Sarai is barren. How could this promise be fulfilled? Abram could not yet see the path, but he trusted anyway. In that moment, God established a covenant with Abram, binding him to a promise that would stretch far beyond his lifetime. His faith, imperfect but sincere, became the cornerstone of a new relationship with God. If you're enjoying this story, take a second to like the video and subscribe, because stories like this reveal truths many people ignore. Years passed, and Abraham's faith was about to face its most excruciating test. God spoke again, this time with a command that would shake the very core of Abraham's belief. Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you. This was the unthinkable. The son of the promise, the child that represented the future of Abram's descendants, was to be offered as a sacrifice. But Abram did not question. He did not hesitate. He trusted. In that moment, Abraham's faith was no longer just a belief. It was a choice to surrender everything he held dear, to God's will. He believed that even if Isaac were to die, God could raise him from the dead. Abraham, do not lay a hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me, your son, your only son. God provided the ram, a substitute. Abraham's faith had been tested and proven true. In that moment, God's promise was affirmed, and the covenant with Abraham was sealed in ways beyond words. Abraham's life was not without its trials. He stumbled, faltered, and doubted along the way. Yet through every trial, he chose faith. And that faith, rooted in trust, obedience, and surrender, became the foundation of a new covenant with God. From Abraham came a nation, a people who would carry his faith forward through generations. His legacy would not only be in his descendants, but in the very faith that he showed the world. A faith that can move mountains, that can stand in the face of trials, that can trust in the promises of God even when the path is unclear. Abraham's story is not just an ancient tale. It is a story of faith. Faith that transcends time, that speaks to all of us today. It calls us to trust, to believe, and to walk forward, even when we cannot see the way. Faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the courage to trust despite it. May we, like Abraham, walk in faith and trust in the promises of God. If you're enjoying this story, take a second to like the video and subscribe, because stories like this reveal truths many people ignore.